Welcome to the Simply Cup. Week 7, I think it is. Nearly wasn't going to happen because I've been having a whole lot of internet issues, but hopefully they're sorted and it doesn't just end abruptly. And we are ready. We have 55 players ready to go. 10 maps this week. It was going to be maps made by myself, but as I said, I had the internet problems, so I haven't really been on it all today. So, hopefully it's going to be a good one. Going to be 10 variety maps, just a random off of TMX once again. And then let's see what we have to offer. Looks like a bit of a multi-directional track here, so it could be a good one to start. Hopefully fairly easy. Oh, we have a bit of a difficult jump in the middle, so something to look out for. Hopefully most people can finish it. There is the 25 seconds of countdown after the first person finishes, so let's check someone random. Let's go Cornucopia to start off here. So he does try a little shortcut there, but does nail the second time. Alright, we are live and ready. Good luck, have fun. Let's see who is going to take it. We have a few pretty decent players. I don't really have a predictor to win, but that is quite a lot of big boy crashes straight off the bat. Let's get the drone camera out. A couple people trying to skip it. I don't know where they've gone, but it is Tacky, I think, out in front. And it looks like he does clip the edge, so it will be Divides getting the first finish of, first win of today. Eve right behind him. I think that was the name I saw actually, and then neared him with Marius in the next few positions. So it seems like a pretty decent map with a little bit of a difficult jump in the middle, so people like Dream there will struggle to be able to respawn. Hopefully most players being able to finish, 40 players, not too bad. So let's have a look at Marius this time. Hasn't really been in the last few weeks, but definitely could be the one to win it all as he has returned. So does go the outside line. Maybe will gain a lot more speed than going the risky jump, as he does find himself in a fifth here. Gets the jump really clean, moves up to a third with the inside line. Look how much speed he gains, nearly gets to first, but Zemus with the second win with a decent time right there, 21.7. Alex right behind him. Maris with that good camera change there, right in the middle, getting third. And then once again, seeing a few people being able to, not being able to finish, sorry, including Paul going, how has Paul ended up going this way? I don't know how he's done that. That's very talented. Oh, you got the respawn bug. You don't want to be respawning for the last, or the first checkpoint, I should say. As Savian does crash there. Let's have a look at Xerox here. So that is still a big problem with these club servers, unfortunately. But I can't do anything about it. Let's see if Xerox does get the jump. He does bonk his head and is now struggling to get the correct respawn. Probably would have finished it. Probably would have got the checkpoint there. Does nail it on his fifth try. Does lose 40 spots, however, so that is not a good position for him to be in. But we do see Mosby being able to finish, and we have a Chozo in the first place there. With Divides doing really well once again. Marius, as always, Ariel, Kip, Lars, and Zemus. And speaking of those names, Marius and Zemus are the top two as we go on to the second map. A bit of a heavy loading time. Try, thanks for the follow as well. I do appreciate it. If you're new, do drop a follow, it does help out. If you're checking it out on YouTube, why not sub? It does all help out. And check out the other platforms if you haven't already. So it looks like we have a fairly short map here for number 2 as well. If I can get the overview cameras, I'm really struggling there. Looks like a pretty simple map here. A couple shorter maps this week, I think. So Duck, the only one trying the left strat. That will not be it. We have a turnover and then a jump. No, not a jump, just a straight turn to the right, which is going to cost a few bonks, I think. Oh, there is a risky finish. That will be quite interesting to see who tries it and who will fail. Looks like it's going to be quite a lot of speed to handle as you gain a lot of off of this downhill. Is there a shortcut, I wonder? I think there might be a cheeky shortcut somewhere. So will there be some big boy brains, or will the safe meisters get the win? As Marius actually, I see, trying a different strat there. Don't know if he can jump that though. But let's go back to the normal camera and let's watch Dunsky for this first one here. PC still loading the map. Ah, yeah, I'm sorry if there's, like, it's a bit laggy if you crash. I can't really do too much about it. We just have to deal with it. Luckily, this spectating seems pretty good, but we do have Dunsky here doing really well so far. If he can find himself this risky finish, should be able to get a top 10. It does go a bit wide. No one going for... Oh, there's a couple people going for risky strat as Cabdu and Tacky both get it. And I think Divides and Christian also sniping a few positions there, so definitely worth it. I guess the I only saw the people who went the inside line maybe want to go outside and then straight to the finish. Didn't see any shortcutters though, so that is something to still look out for as well. Pommel also getting a 5th place there. That's good for him after getting that respawn bug on the first map. So speaking of Tacky doing quite well, let's have a look at him for this second round. Goes quite normal. Started off very simple map, but gains that little bit of extra speed. Yes, he's trying any shortcutters, This is also why I wanted to look for him, but has found himself a little gap, which he is now stuck between the trees. Nice try though, Tacky. He does manage to get out finally. That will cost him a lot of points, and it is Heave getting the cut this time. Divides once again doing really well, probably moving up to first. He is indeed. Tourist and then Paul really striving on this map. Nice try, Tacky. I rate the people who give it a go. Like you just got to give it a go. No safe meisting around here. Alright, let's have a look at William. DHL Cup. It was slightly wide to start off, but if he gets this drift really well, which he does, gains a few places, but unfortunately does go too wide and does drop to 51st. Could have possibly took a different line off the edge there. Let's see who's going for the finishes. It is Tourist not being able to get the risky finish. That will really cost him in the long run. But I do respect the efforts. But it will be Jozo getting another win here. Pommel really doing well at this map. Divides once again in the top positions. Most people being able to finish though, other than Tacky, who is somehow turtle. I think he went for a cheeky little shortcut again. So I respect that. It is Divides doing really well on that map. Moving 60 points ahead of Marius, still in second. But we do have a interesting map here with a ice map, which I think you'll pick up a lot of speed for this second part. So good luck, have fun. As many people are complaining about this map here. If I look down at the phone, I'm just picking up how many maps we've gone through. So we're on map number 3 right here. But yeah, a lot of people complaining about the keyboard Andes here, but that ain't a problem. You should know that ice is slightly better on the controller, so don't complain about it if you're not going to use it. As we have our entire field. Nearly our entire field missing that checkpoint. What a perfectly placed checkpoint right there. That is what I call an epic design of a map, and people continuing to miss a checkpoint here. So that is going to be interesting. I'm probably not going to be able to tell who's in first here, because people may have missed it. But we have 15 seconds on the warm-up. Let's find out who will strive. What a fantastic map. This is what we like in the Simply Cup. This is a beautiful map. I wish we could have these kind of maps every week. Alright, let's have a look at VKL here. See what he's going to do on round number 1. Beautiful Netherlands car. Ending the lines slightly wider than a few people like Tacky out in front, but who will slide across as Tacky does bonk, but is finding himself still in first, I think, but someone coming through with a bit more speed. They do find themselves to the right. I do not know any names here, so unfortunately for that, who is out in front? It is Roddy by far, actually. And Nerms, Lat Attack, and then the rest of the field. A beautiful cluster of cars right there. A couple people having to go back. Oh, poor Dream. Can he finish though? Heave does make it, and it will be Dream, unfortunately, with a DNF, will move himself down to 50th there. So that is not so good for him. Let's have a look at it. Our fellow Australian, Damn Troopy, to see what he's doing for round number 2. Gets this ice wall really well, so he's finding himself in the top 20. Does have to break early though. Tacky going for the risky line, and it will be Shroopy hitting the top here. So let's go to the overview camera. Look at this cluster of beautiful cars. Guy in first trying the backward strap, but does not pay off, and it will be Lars now with a beautiful outside slide. And Marius coming in second there. That was a really good line by Lars there. We missed it off the aerial camera because of this tall wall, but it does pick up a lot of speed, which is what you want. So I think he broke early and then went for the upper side of this. Kind of similar to what Michigan did there. But it will be Lars out in first. So let's have a look at someone a little bit further behind again. Hazer. Let's see how he does his ice slide. A few people trying the inside drift, but with these long walls, it's going to be always quicker on the inside. Okay, Hazer going for an early release. That is really good for him. Did Tacky make it? No, I don't think Tacky made it, so that is not good for him. As we find Hazer struggling a little bit on this second section, but does find himself in 23rd still. And it will be Lars and Elcon really striving on this map. Zemus, Sly also doing really well. So what a clusterfuck of a map. What else would you expect from the Simply Club? Fantastic map. That is a plus in my books. Any day of the week. As people do not like me. But that's alright. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to laugh at everyone. As we do have a famous mod map here with Kana. If he's around, I'm not sure. But it is a beautiful ice map right here. Back-to-back ice maps, as we have, instead of Gymkhana, we have Ice Kana number 2. So, who's going to strive at these beautiful drifts here? I think we might get a few DNFs here, because it's slightly longer map. But hopefully, this map is pretty good. I've played this map. This is why I wanted this in this week. When it picked up that it was like I was just choosing random maps again, and I saw this one come up. I'm like, we're definitely doing it. This one, you've definitely just got to try and go pretty chill through the whole thing. No, that isn't a ice joke. Definitely got to try and just take the drifts fairly easy with your releases, brake taps to get the drifts right, as Marius gets it really well there. If he can swap it quickly, he does. That is really well from him. Marius trying a shortcut, but does see that there's a checkpoint. And then we have one very tight drift to end it off. So, who are the Ice Masters? Let's find out. 15 seconds warm up. Let's go back to the spectate camera on Christian. 'Cause This will be quite an interesting one. This is a really good map. It just might be a little bit tough to learn only within that minute. But it has changed the split tier actually, so let's have a look at what he is doing. Gets the first drift really, really well. Getting a wallbang strat. That will slow him down for this corner. And he bangs it straight through. Going for the bumper car strat and just hitting every single wall. But it has found himself in 5th position here. That is really, really well driven so far. If he can continue these slides. But it is Sly, I think, really out in front. No, it is Gandhi, maybe? It is Gandhi. My boy Gandhi is way out in front. Can he hit the final drift really well? And he does. What an Ice Meister. As he finishes 3 seconds ahead of Lars. That is an extremely good time. Nice time. Lars doing really well. Once again, Heave, Turos, and Tacky to round off the top 5. Dog trying to go through the finish backwards. I think he hasn't seen this checkpoint here and will DNF. But make sure you guys don't respawn before the first checkpoint, otherwise you will respawn at the end. Let's have a look at Mines here doing really well. Once again, if I'm saying your names wrong, don't mind me. I'm an idiot. Don't feel too much of it. I'm just trying to read it quite fast. But was struggling a lot on the ice there, so I switched to a bit further ahead with Cataboot. Tacky trying a shortcut, I think. So we see him cut across the snow. And we have Paul versus Cataboot right here. Cataboot with a bit of a better drift than Paul as Paul slides out. And who will be out in front? Lat Attack, Elcon, and Gandhi with some decent times there. As Cataboot picks up 20th. Most people being able to finish on this one, I thought that may be the case, because it's quite a precise map, but is quite a simple map at its core. I really enjoyed this one when I played it. Do people like your map? I don't think so. As soon as there's ice in this comp, everyone just gets angry. So until that changes, I'm going to make sure that there's an ice map every single week. Alright, let's have a look at Dim Cars here. It's a slow drift off start, so it does miss that first slide. Gets his second one really well though. Taking it very easy, that's what we like to see. Look how many positions he's gaining. Does unfortunately fall off though, as Pormal is only just in front of him once again. See maybe a few top positions. Zemus is in 7th here. As we saw Kip, I think it was, trying to snipe across the ice but wasn't paying off. Who will be out of first as Zemus does slide off? It will be Elcon with a really good time once again. Lars still up there in the top positions, and then once the leaderboard does stable out a bit is Jomira in a 3rd, someone we haven't really seen too much of, so very nice time from him. Whereas Heave Gandhi once again doing really well. But it is Maris and Lars out in first. Heave only 20 points behind Lars. So we move on to map number 5. Hello, Emu. How you doing? Alright, let's see what we're gonna get now. I think there might be one more ice map. There was at least those 2. I knew there was 2. But I can't remember if there's one more or not. So that'll be something to look out for. But it looks like we have a upside down reactor map here. So I'm gonna have to switch to replay camera. Which means it might switch by itself, I think. Oh Jesus, how are we gonna... I didn't think this one through. Can we do follow? No, we're just gonna have a bit of a difficult time. I thought replay worked though. So I might have to get the spectator camera here. But it looks like Divides is struggling to find the finish. So is it gonna be a safe finish. This was only a 20-second author time, I think, so it shouldn't be too hard. Cam 3, you can't switch cameras, unfortunately, unless they're in camera 3. So maybe that's what replay is. Well, but I don't think everyone would be using camera 1. So I'm not sure what we're going to do for that. But that's alright. We'll make do. Something to think about for next time. So let's see who will strive in the Down Under. Where is Paul? Let's see if he is good at being a true blue Down Under Australian. Does get it really well. Slightly behind a few players, but does fall off at that really small edge there. That's not good for him. Who are we finding out in the top positions? They are coming through right now. The final section of the map, it is Lars picking up the finish there in first. Lars really doing quite well, getting a lot of top 10s here. So I think he will move ahead of Marius now. Nope, not quite. Still 60-ish points behind. But it is Needham and Kip now doing really well in this one. So an overview of the map is down under the start line, and then straight to the left with a very sharp corner, and then up and around and over. So let's keep the camera here, see who is out in first place, as quite a few people fall off, including the first position there. I think it is Kip out in front, but I may be wrong, as they will come through from the left there, or the right I should say, and it will be Sky coming through in that first position with a decent time. Looks like we have a broken respawn as well. So, unfortunate for those. Gotta make sure to safe it sometimes when it's the ring CPs. As Tacky does troll. Finally gets finished. Someone's stalling on the two people stalling on the top. No, just Max. I think those few people got the respawn bug. So a bit of a sketchy map here, but that's alright. Gotta have a few sometimes which aren't the greatest. But that is just something that the quicker players need to learn. So you got to look out for ring CP sometimes and then get through really quickly. So we do follow them through with the official map now. Cataboo just hitting the side. So let's go to front pace here. As Sly once again gets a first. Marius in second. Tourist in third. So very quick and easy map there. Few people getting stuck off this respawn, however. But Sly doing really well in the upside down world. Where's Paul? Paul picking up 67 points. That's not too bad. But same top 3, Marius, Lars, and Heave in the top 3 there. Zemus right behind in 4th, doing very well. So move on to map 6 now. See what it's going to be. So once again, a bit of a heavy loading time. I think it takes quite a bit of time when there's those lots and lots of people on. Here we go. Looks like a speed tech track maybe. Thanks for the follows by the way, guys. Do appreciate it. So we go over the top there, drift out wide, and then I think come through the tunnel, drift, and then I guess there's a multi-finish maybe? Let's see who we can follow. Switch divides here. So he does find himself in second for this warm-up. It is a backwards finish, so is there a shortcut? I don't think so, because there's 2 checkpoints right here as far as I know. Someone trying the inside line. I'm getting a really sketchy landing, but a lot more easier map right here, so I don't want to see any complaints. This is a pretty decent map. I wonder if there is going to be some risky shortcutters. I'm going to go through 2 trees, so don't know if it's going to be worth it. Maybe a few people trying to go the right instantly to pick up a little bit of extra speed towards the ending. So a couple multi-directional maps this week, which is interesting to watch. Let's have a look at Flo now. In 29th position. So gets the uphill very easily through the chicane. Can he get the drift really well? He does, but goes way too far and full respawns to the ending. That is definitely not what you want. Quite a few people getting that finish bug I saw. But Tacky going for that insta drift, but will not pay off. And it is Tourists near them. And then a very tight next few positions with Divides, Alex, and Jazz. We do have a game freeze, but we're back. Dream, Owen, and Terrell is doing not too badly. Maybe getting that respawn bug at the start. We're up to number 6, Spider, so if you want to join, feel free. Attack not actually finishing there, unfortunately. Not sure what happened to them. Maybe got the the finish bug I talked about. So definitely something to watch out for. I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. It is what it is. We have to deal with it. But we have Jozo here. Does bonk into that first edge, but finds himself with a lot of extra pace coming through hot. Does opt for this early drift again, but I'm not sure if it's paid off, but he does go for the shortcut. Will this gain a lot of time? He is from 30th to 15th. Does have a little bit of extra time to go. But is it paid off? It is. Gained him a few positions, so nice cheeky strat there. If he can find himself out in the top 5 before the drift. And it is Spider joining late with Dodgy both running into the same sign. Fantastic. Alrighty. Who can we watch this time? Let's have a look at Tsunami's here. See what he's up to. Gets it really well on the inside line. Picking out this drift well. Will find himself in the top 20. Goes slightly late on the drift. Couple bonks. And will be in 40th. Can we get a Jozo spectate again? I want to see if it pays off for him. Okay, he's the only one going for this. But isn't going for the drift this time. Tacky's finding himself next to Jozo. Will he pick up a bit more speed? These two are in really good positions, but does have to go that extra little bit of distance before that checkpoint. And drop down to, I think it was 10th and 12th there. But it is, once again, Elcon doing really well. Tourist striving on this map. In 7th, doing pretty well this week. And Divides, as always, still out in the top positions. But we have Heave with a massive mistake, only getting 14 points, and as well as Sly only getting 9. That would be a big shake-up of positions in the middle ground. Sly dropping to 7th there. That is quite a lot to drop off. Are we on map number 8, I think, as we have a bit of loading again. Will we load? Taking its big time this week, but we have a map called Japan on steroids. Very interesting name. Let's have a look at Aria to start off. I think people might miss out on the warm-up here, so try Cam 7 if you're struggling to load in. Looks like we have a bit of a reactor wall right here and a speedy map. Edom and Meskin doing really well. We are trying a left-right, not quite. Trying it once again. There is a jump through the trees there, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it. It's going to be hella tight. So it does opt for a normal strat there. Maybe you can shortcut across a few of those. Does find a checkpoint here with a booster off the checkpoint. So respawn should be fine as long as you don't respawn before that first checkpoint. And we have a cheeky upside down reactor part again. This time going into Cam 3 conveniently, so don't know what happened on that other one. So let's have a look at William here to start it off. Everyone hopefully being able to make this first jump at least. A couple people bonking off to the sides, maybe missing out on that warm-up. William, though, doing really well. Does have to release a little bit there. But it seems like a pretty easy map, so this is quite good for those who missed that warm-up. A couple people trying that sneaky little grass shortcut there. Not paying off for him, however, on that time, but let's switch to area again. Finding himself in 7th, and it does stay in that position. Nope, 6th, sorry. And it will be most of the top 10 doing similar results, other than Zemus, who I have a feeling missed that warm-up, which I talked about. So, a couple of people coming in late here. As Ryzen still does make it to the end. So let's have a look at Roddy now. Let's see if he is the Speedmeister. A couple of people trying that left jump. Don't think it's worth it. I think most of these are just pretty straightforward jumps. A couple of people trying the inside line though. So maybe I'm wrong. Tacky is out in first. Jozo right behind him. Kip trying the really early drift as well as 2 other players. I'm not sure who it was. As we switch to Arian once again. Seems like it just happens to be the person I switch to all the time. As we have 2 Bonkaroonies right on that corner trying to snipe a few positions, but definitely does not pay off as they 2 fall off right at the end. But it will be Marius Turus, Lars Tunsky, and Kip to round off top 5 on this one. Merkin just getting in before the ending. This area 51, nice. Alright, do we get the spectator camera? No, there's always someone AFK. So let's have a look at Zemus, who has been doing quite well on that last round. Ooh, this was the different strat I was talking about. I think there was different lines. And he finds himself with a red booster now. This is what he must have tried last round. Look how far in front he is. That is a beautiful strat I completely missed. He really needs to maintain that top position to gain those few extra points. It's changed to divides now with a lot of speed through that second section. Tacky, however, quite far in front now, as we don't get to see this finish. So who will it be? It will be Tacky, way out in front. That will be Nidham, Gigo, which we haven't seen too much of, and Marius to round off the top few positions. Max, Eddie coming through right at the end. Elcon struggling this round. Maybe came in a bit late. He did say he had to go for a little bit, so not sure where we can find him, but that was the speed map, Japan on steroids. Quite an interesting one. Couple big boy bonks, and then a couple, once again, different lines to take in that map. So the Cam 7ers may have found that compared to people who just went straight for it. We have 2 more maps here. Let's find out what it will be. Might go an extra map actually, because it's been quite a short week, as we do yet again have another shorter map. So might do the bonus map. Unless the bonus map is not respawnable. That's why I've been adding the extra map, just in case. But seems like we've had some decent maps this week. So looks like we have a tech map with a cross mix, but this is by Tacky TM, another mod in this channel. So we have a few mod specials this week. Hopefully it's not too difficult. I think it might be a bit of a tough one to learn very quickly, but should be pretty finishable if you have a Cam 7 overview. and full look. But whereas Tacky is in 9th place, looks like he's left the game to not rig it. No, he is in now, so let's see if he can pick up 3 wins in a row. Is what happens sometimes. Like, I didn't look for Tacky or Kana, it just happened to come up. So, will Tacky strive on his map? I think he will. Let's have a look at Mr. Sabian to start off. No, he is AFK. He is dead to me. So let's have a look at Dimcars. Gets it really well with a bit of release, as we have one player going off the side checkpoint there. That's not what you want. We have Jozo with the cheat strats. Let's move further up the field, as we do have Lars, Maris, and Tacky to round off the top 3. William, heave the next few positions. So camps in 4 maps now. I don't know. Does anyone else have that? I've never heard of this even. I've actually never heard of this. I presume you've tried restarting your game, but I can't really give you much more than that because I haven't heard of this bug. I'm sorry, man. Let's have a look at Christian now, who does bonk straight into side. And Matt also getting a nice bonk. Actually, we've got to check Jozo out. I wanted to see what Jozo is doing. If he's trying it once again, but not sure. But this time, Tacky does pick up a win on his map. Needham and Lars still doing very well. Elcon, Maris right behind him. Let's have a points check, actually, as I haven't really been paying attention because we have such a big gap there. We have Marius and Lars on 2,000 points, and then divides on 1,500. Tourists on also 1,500, and then a lot on the lower 1,400 side. So pretty good battle for 4th to 10th. Could have quite a lot of movement still. Let's have a look at Jazz here. It's quite well, but does have to release a lot. As I think William tries the inside line, does not cut it perfectly. So let's move up to the top of the field. Tacky battling with Elcon. Who's it going to be? Elcon with the slightly further ahead. And it will be Elcon just sniping Tacky on his map. But Tacky picking up some extra points, moving up to 6 actually. So it has really worked out for him here. Zima's dropping down a lot, unfortunately, with only another 7-pointer. So it will move out of the top 10 after some really great performances so far. That is unfortunate for him. Not really sure what happened there. But we do have Tacky moving up to 5th place. You can call it rigged. I picked random maps. Wasn't me. But we do have a Stadium United map. I think it's Star Stadium A07. But let's just do this as the last map. I think there is one more with the bonus one, but it's not really fair if I just add another map just because it's there. We'll try and keep it to the 10 per week, unless something's a bit different, which it was going to be maps made by myself this week, but as I said, I had those internet problems. I have a family commitment at this stage for this time next week, so there may not be one next week. And then after that, we should be back to the normal schedule. And then make sure to be there every Saturday at 1400 CEST. Or my time, 11 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. But as I said, we do have a Star Stadium map here. Wonder who has played the bonus campaign in the United game. Might strive on this one. These custom dirt blocks, though, converted from the old game, are quite bumpy, however, so could be something to look out for. Maybe a few people bug on it. Let's have a look at Pormal. I know he's played this map, probably not for a long time, however. Let's see if he can pick up some big boy points is in 14th, not too bad. He said he was quite tired. This is fairly late for him. So doing very respectable. But does hit a edge bug there. That's really not good. As we do have Tourist out in first, and Marius and Tacky, Lars, names we've seen every single round so far. And this is a beautiful battle. Look at that. All in point twos there. Marius does, however, just snipe it off of Tacky and Tourist. Lars not picking up as many points as he probably wants. Moving down to 40-ish points behind Marius with 2 rounds to go. I think a couple minuses with the bugs in this map. These converted blocks are really quite trash, unfortunately. It would have really been fun to have them as smooth as they are. Well, they're not as smooth in the old games, but you know, could have been smoother than what they are in this one. But once again, Tourist does find himself out in the top positions. Tacky, Marius, as we have a bonk from Jozo. Absolutely beautiful backflip by him. But Tourist, Marius, and Sly getting the top 3 there. Where has Sly moved down to? Sly has moved down to 7th. But most people in this top 10 also picking up top 10 in the race. Elcon, however, not finishing. Interesting from him. Jazz only picking up 18. Jozo with that bonk we talked about, getting 9 points. But let's have a spectate at the top from Marius and Lars here. Lars, unfortunately, with a mistake in that last round, so will not be able to snipe Marius, but let's see if he can get the win to start off. Marius, however, on a beautiful... as we have lots of people dropping out, so it will be Tourist and Marius, the only ones really striving on this map. And it will be Marius, the overall winner, picking up the final win of today. Very well played. Tourist probably moving up quite a few positions. Has sniped the 3rd position, I think, by my calculations. So, very well done from him. Tacky in a respectable 5th position. Defiance, we saw quite a lot up there. Also doing very well. So, the top 10 stays pretty similar. It will be Marius, Lars, and Tourist to round off this week's Simply Cup. So, hope you enjoyed. Lots of special maps here. A few wonky, wacky maps. But I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. Let's see if the bonus track is worth watching. Everyone can leave if they feel like it. But what would have we gotten in this one? Tacky said he's been memeing the whole cup. Don't know how I got 5th. It's definitely just because you got your map in the competition. Alright, what is this map? So we would have had a full dirt map here. No, we had a multi-style map. So quite interesting. Let's just have one look at it. Man, this could have been a funky map to change a few positions. Jesus. But we will leave it there, I think. Man, what a map we have. This could have been beautiful. This is what we love to see. I think this is also another short one, but it's just not very well made. What a map. Oh, and we have the ice at the end, so I'm glad we didn't have this because so many people would have complained right towards the end. But let's leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing, those who did join. As always, it's on every week, unless announced elsewise, so it might not be on next week. But make sure to stay up to date with Discord and whatnot. And once again, hope you enjoyed. Have a banger. Bye-bye for now.